Hi there, how are you doing? So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, today we are going to talk about finding balance and how nature fuels my passion for business and sustainability. Whoa, that sounds a bit grand for a Monday, right? Not really, it isn't. Because the thing is, all of the things that I do in my business kind of reflect the things that I do in my life. They're all the things that I believe in. I believe in transparency, for example. What you see here right now, this is me. This is not an AI generated image. You get the real deal. So I'm going to talk about those things for a few minutes. And why am I going to do that? Well, because people ask questions, and a great way to answer these questions is by making these short videos so that way I'm giving the answers to more people get to hear and see, and more people get to ask more questions, which keeps the ball rolling, which is very cool. I like that. I think it's nice. So finding balance may have been a bit misleading because certainly in the last week I've been talking about this work-life balance thing and life-life balance, all kinds of balance. But today we're talking about, in particular, how nature fuels my passion for business and sustainability. So, what do I mean by this? Well, let's start with a story about surprise, surprise, mountain bike riding. So, there was a hill. It's a really tough one. The first time most people see this hill, they'll look at it and say, "Oh my goodness, there is no way can I go up that on a bike." Some people that I know have looked at it and said, "Oh my goodness, I can't get up there on foot, never mind on a bike." So what did I do? First time I saw it, I attacked it on my bike. And I got up some of the way and then had to get off. But it wasn't as easy as getting off, actually. That was quite a trick in itself. But I had to get off the bike. So I looked back I went back down. I looked and thought, okay, where did I come off that point? What made me come off at that point? What was it? Was the hill steeper than everywhere else, or was there a bump or a rock, or what was it? So I looked closely and saw a few things in the side of the hill. And then next time, not the same day, the next time I looked at it as I approached, I thought about what I'd seen the time before and I attacked. There is an attack position in mountain bikes. I was in the attack position, off I went. I got up further, didn't get to the top. So I had to have another look. And I saw what had happened, and the camera was kind of drifting to the left, which was taking me off the side of the hill. And that's where I lost my balance. So I needed to be lower down that camber so it didn't pull me in the same way. So that's what I did the third time. And guess what? I got to the top, and it was such a wonderful, terrific, fantastic feeling. Unbelievable. But I didn't give up. I had no intention of giving up. I knew that there had to be a solution, and I set out to find the solution, and that's what I did. So it was a massive thrill, and there was a lot of satisfaction that came with overcoming the obstacle that was that hill. I can ride it every time now, by the way, every time, apart from when it's really wet. That's different. I'll come on to that maybe. But overcoming obstacles is one of the things that I love to do in my work. I love to do it with my clients. Many of my clients come to me because they've got some obstacles in their lives. They're not sure how to deal with them. And therefore, we work together, we collaborate on looking for ways that they can climb their hills. And I think that is pretty cool. That's one of the things that keeps me doing what I do. So, what if I told you that the lessons I've learned whilst navigating mountains and ski trails and all kinds of things have become key principles in my business approach? Well, I just kind of gave that away a little bit by talking about helping my clients. Nature has given me a lot of lessons in problem solving. outdoor activities, as I've mentioned, like mountain bike. I love to ski as well in the winter. They've taught me to collaborate with the environment, with the weather, and with the terrain. I just said I can't get up that hill if it's wet. I absolutely can't. It's not, I don't think it's possible. It's difficult enough on foot, never mind on a bike. So they've taught me how to collaborate with the environment. And this connects with how I work with my clients. Because whilst I'm working with my clients, one of the things that I like to do is to emphasize creative and adaptive solutions that evolve through teamwork. Teamwork between myself and my client, teamwork between my client and the people close to them. There's a lot of relationships, and we talk about all of those things. We need to be able to work toward these solutions in a calm but yet an adaptable way. If I'd have freaked out at the bottom of that hill or halfway up that hill when I came off my bike the first time, I perhaps wouldn't have tried again, or it would have taken me a lot longer to get over the little obstacles that were there on the way. So I need a calm and adaptable mindset to manage some of the challenges that come along, and that's what I pass on to my clients. So here's a one that another one that came up. I've got a lot of bike stories. Unexpected challenges. So I was going downhill. Downhill I was following was already quite tricky. So there's a lot of sharp curves. There's a few hairpins. There's a lot of big rocks on the ground. So I've got to choose my line quite carefully. I can't straight line all of it. I would like to, but I can't because some of the rocks are just too big and I would just go over the handlebars if I tried. So I've got to think about how to manage this. So as if that wasn't enough, I go flying around the corner on one section of this downhill track that is very fast. I go flying around this corner and there, guess what's laying across the track? But a log, not a log, a tree. Too big to jump, not a chance. If I hit that, I'm history. Well, I'm flying through the air, like left behind. That was a big, unexpected challenge. And I didn't have very long to respond to what I was seeing ahead of me. I needed a very quick response. Braking, yeah, right. That's what you think. Okay, just hit the brakes, Steve. Stop. But I didn't have the braking distance. So what did I do? I swerved to my right where the log was kind of embedded in the embankment, and I managed to jump over it. It was a bit scary. There were branches crackling and popping and flying around, and I had a few scrapes on my legs, but I got past that log. I wouldn't have recommended it as an ideal way forward, but it was something I had to do because an unexpected challenge came up. I stayed calm and found a way forward. So think about it in relation to handling unexpected changes in business, in life, whatever it is that concerns you right now. If we have this attitude of calm adaptability and positivity, it makes things easier to manage. Think about it. It's what I do. It's what I pass on to my clients because it works. So what about sustainability? Well, I kind of have a personal connection to the planet. I said I love nature. I connect to nature. I'm close to nature. I enjoy being in nature. It makes me feel special inside and out. So it's good for my mind. It's good for my body. It has a lot of impact on me. It has impact on my values. It influences my day-to-day decisions. It helps me stay calm and relaxed. So my day-to-day decisions are easier to make whilst I'm calm and relaxed. And that works both personally and professionally. Of course, sometimes I have a meltdown. Yes, I do. I'm human. But the more often than not, I'm the one who's in control, not my emotion, although my emotions play a big part, but the whole of me is involved. And I'm able to stay in control and manage the challenges and to move forward positively. So I've woven this kind of sustainability into my business. And of course, anything that I weave into my business, because I work with people, gets passed on to the people I work with. I do everything online. I'm occasionally invited to do live events or live counseling or coaching sessions. And I do consider those, but I try not to travel too much, because by not traveling too much means that my carbon footprint is lowered. And that, I think, is a good thing. So what do you do? How do you maintain some kind of sustainability, or how do you contribute to the environment? Let's think about how sustainability and kind of eco-friendly practices have been a significant factor in delivering delivering value, client to value, delivering value to a client. Many of my clients talk to me about their feelings toward the environment, towards nature. We have breaks, timeouts during sessions. These timeouts only last usually for maybe 20 seconds, sometimes a bit longer. And frequently we do talk about these environmental issues. And somebody was telling me not so long ago how she kind of dwells on all the negative stuff she hears about the environment. So what did we do? I turned it around and said, okay, let's think about some positive stuff in the environment. So between us, we listed some positive things that we both felt about the environment. And then I got her to focus on those positives. And when the negatives came in, I said to remind yourself of these positives that we've just talked about today. And that makes a difference. And that is directly transferable to life and business generally too. Think about it. It worked for her. It made a big, big difference. My business is built on me building relationships. It's not built on transactions. So, for example, what sort of business might be built on transactions? Buying insurance. Okay, there are some very good people. I know somebody who sells insurance and he's good at building relationships. But many businesses focus on transactions. When my business, I focus on relationships. I focus on deep and meaningful connections, because those deep, meaningful connections matter to me personally, not only in business, in life. And they're easy to transfer into my business. Just let's jump back to outdoor activities. So you probably guessed it by now, outdoor activities are a big thing for me. How can outdoor activities encourage deeper connections with nature, with myself, and with other people? By prioritizing the building of long-lasting, meaningful relationships with my clients that are based on, for example, trust, insight, and mutual growth. That makes a difference to all of us. I'm asking you to think about it again. Also within that, I need to think about collaboration. Collaboration, when it's effective, is powerful. My work involves creating an environment where clients are part of the process. Anybody who follows me will know that I frequently talk about there is no one size fits all. That's because my clients, my individual clients, are part of the process. It's, in a way, it's just like a challenging mountain bike or ski trail. We do things together. I work with nature when I'm on my bike. I'm doing things with nature. I'm not fighting against nature. So we do things together with my clients too. And that helps develop a kind of shared sense of achievement. And that is superb. And it brings joy to business as well. So by infusing my passion into work, that gives me a lot of happiness and fulfillment. The outdoor activities give me a lot of happiness and fulfillment. And that fuels my energy and my positivity at work and generally. And I believe because of all this stuff, when challenges pop up, and they do, no challenge is too difficult if I'm approaching it with this positive mindset. It's not think positive at all ends, at all costs. It's not that. It's a developed thing. So it's not a mantra. It's more than that too. And then I need to bring this joy and this energy that I feel to the projects with my clients. So that might be through creating engaging, fun experiences during collaborations, or offering a fresh perspective that makes work enjoyable for everybody involved. So think about it like this. All of us have mountains to climb, and that's whether they're in nature or in business or in personal and private life. For me, the best part is finding a way to enjoy the journey while staying committed to something bigger. Like, for example, protecting the planet. Think about how you can align your personal passions and your values with your work, your business, your life. And here's a question to reflect upon. How can you bring the lessons you've learned in life into the way you work or you live your life with your family, with your friends, and so on? Have a think about it. Okay, that's all from me for today. If you have questions, as usual, don't hesitate. Leave a question, leave a comment, send direct messages, send emails, whatever you need to do to get in touch, and you'll always get a response. Have a beautiful week. I'll speak to you again really soon. Bye for now.